All right. By the cameras freeze. Good? All right. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with HISD Chief of Police Pete Lopez, Chief Hubbard from Precinct 5, HISD administrators, Chief Rogers from HISD. So I want to start at the beginning, and we'll get through it. Chief will speak, and school administrator. So approximately 11:45 a.m. today, the 6400 block of Westheimer, our crime suppression teams from the Midwest Division had a very violent crew of individuals up under surveillance. At some point during that surveillance, there was an exchange of gunfire between one suspect and one of our officers. The officer was a 6-year veteran from the Midwest Division, again, crime suppression team. No officers are injured. One suspect, we believe to be 18 years old, was shot in the knee, non-life threatened. He was transported to the hospital. Another suspect, approximately 17 years old, was arrested there on the scene. So we got the suspect who was shot, and also another 17-year-old. After the shooting, witnesses said that a suspect got a ride from a citizen, and we interviewed that citizen. That citizen was just an everyday person. Thought he was giving a kid a ride back to the school. He gave that kid a ride back to the school, didn't know that he was involved in anything. I want to commend Wisdom High School, the principal and all the administrators, our officers. Everybody commended the way that they worked with us really, really quickly and got this scene under control, got it safe for everybody. So the suspect went into, I think, the auditorium. There was at least 100 other students in there. I want to commend the communication, and this comes from great training with all of our agencies, our precincts, HISD. The coordination and the communication was second to none, and I'm so proud. We were able, with our SWAT teams and other police officers from all of our agencies, went in and got that suspect out safely with no one hurt. I also want to commend the students. They were so calm. I've been on so-called active shooter scenes, suspected with guns on the scenes. This went perfect. Glad that nobody's seriously hurt. We got 3 suspects in custody. At least 2 of them are students at the school. Don't know about the other one. We won't go into names right now, but it was some surveillance. This is the preliminary part of this investigation. Things change, so that's what I will tell you right now. A gun was recovered on the scene, pretty close to where the suspect was arrested. As we know, during an officer-involved shooting, our ID will conduct an investigation, administrative investigation. Our special investigative unit will conduct a criminal, and the district attorney's office will conduct their own independent investigation. So again, I want to commend everybody. It ended as well as expected, and it's again because of our great training. I know I want to bring his Cole out here for everybody. We're going to get Chief Lopez up and a few other people to say something. We'll entertain questions.
Thank you, Chief Pena. Chief Pete Lopez, HISD Police Chief, and I want to thank HPD, the constables, and all the responding agencies, HFD, in responding to this incident. As soon as we received notification that HPD was chasing a suspect and a suspect entered one of our campuses, we immediately initiated our lockdown procedures, and it was very successful. We secured all the students to make sure they were safe and all our staff members, and then we methodically started searching the area for the weapon and the student. Luckily, we found the student. He was took him in custody without any incident, and the investigation is going to be handled by HPD and their Midwest TAC team. So right now, I have Principal Brantley. He's going to give some information on dismissal for this afternoon. Thank you.
So my name is Kenneth Brantley. I want to first of all say thank you to all of the supports for this active situation. I want to thank our local law enforcement, HISD PD, I also would like to thank HPD for their swift support of this situation, as well as HISD district personnel. So first and foremost, what all parents and what all the Wisdom High School community needs to hear is that students are safe. Students are safe. There was no casualties, no injuries to any of our students. That's first and foremost. And that's because, as we've already heard from our police chief, of the support, the training. I have to give a lot of credit to my team who quickly went into action. The reality is that we did have to go into lockdown today because of this active situation. We were able to keep our students secure, and for those parents that are asking, we're still under lockdown because we're going to make sure that we have a very safe and secure dismissal. So that's my focus as principal of the school, is to make sure that we get our kids now safely home. Whether that's if they're a bus rider, if they're a car rider, if they're a walker, I want to make sure that all of my students get home safely. That is my priority right now. So we will have a dismissal that's going to be around the same time as we always do. So we're still, again, getting that plan finalized. What parents need to know is that bus riders will go home on the bus today. So if they're worried about, okay, my child's a bus rider, will they get home on the bus? Yes. Buses will operate as normal. Our HIC buses, okay, our contracted service buses are also expected to be here on time as well. For our car riders and walkers, we will be releasing our building, but we're going to be doing it in a very coordinated fashion. So we're going to be releasing by areas of our campus. So it will not be one massive release. We'll be staggering our dismissal today to make sure that all of our students and our staff are safe as we prepare to release. So that needs to be our priority as a campus. It will remain our priority until the last student gets off campus today, is making sure our kids get home safely. Again, I want to give credit to where it is due. I have the luxury of having a lot of great support, and I have to give credit to the Most High God because we haven't seen any issues regarding casualties, and that's a blessing. Thank you.
Hey, we're going to let him be the spokesperson from now on. Thank you, Principal. Teacher.
At the end of this interview for Spanish speakers, we're going to have Commander Barbosa give an interview. So we're going to open it up to any questions now.
The suspect that went into the school, they have a gun?
Let him translate. Just if you can, right quick, and we're going to open up. We're good.
Buenas tardes, soy el comandante Barbosa con el de la Policía del Distrito Escolar de Houston. Ahora en la tarde o en la mañana, como a las 11:45 de la mañana, estaban unos sujetos bajo vigilancia del Departamento de Houston. Iniciaron un contacto y hubo un tiroteo. Uno de los sospechosos resultó herido. Uno fue arrestado allí en la escena. Uno recibió un ride de una persona que vinieron y lo dejaron aquí en la escuela tratando de que regresara a la escuela. Ya cuando tenían la información, nos dejaron saber, con la policía del Houston, con los constables del precinto 5 y la policía del distrito escolar, ascendimos aquí a la escuela, aseguramos todos que estaban seguros, empezamos a buscar adentro del edificio y encontramos el sujeto que estaba, el que estaba querido. Ya lo arrestamos. Queremos decirles muchas gracias a todas las agencias que colaboraron en este esfuerzo. Todos los alumnos están sanos y salvos. No hay ninguna cosa que tenemos que seguir adentro investigando. Sí, a la tarde va a haber la termina de escuela y, como dijo el principal, van a empezar a dejar los alumnos salir a la hora adecuada cuando ya esté el plan finalizado.
Sargento Barbosa, para ser claro, la persona, el sospechoso que vino a la preparatoria, era estudiante, estaba armado y decía que él estaba herido.
Ahorita estaba eso bajo investigación, no hemos confirmado eso a este tiempo.
¿Estaba armado? ¿Encontraron armas dentro de la escuela?
No, ahorita estamos todos investigando si acaso llegó el arma aquí adentro.
¿Pero estaba herido?
No, señor. No, la persona herida fue arrestada en el local donde fue el tiroteo.
Okay. All right. Questions? Go ahead.
The suspect did he actually make it into the school with a weapon?
We're not sure. We hadn't located a weapon inside of the school, but that was the suspect from the scene, and we did take him in custody. So we are still, searching. I want to make sure everything, with the help of the administration, to make sure no weapon was left behind.
So
Okay.
the suspect that ran into the school, is that suspect a student at the school?
Yes.
And then the 17-year-old that was arrested over at the apartment complex, that's a student as well?
Yes, we verified 2 suspects that are students. The third one, we're still trying to determine that right now.
What was it that they were, why were they kind of under surveillance, or what were they doing?
I can't go into that right now, Randy. We'll get it to you a little bit later when we can. This investigation is still active in a lot of different angles. So they are, and let me tell you this, we suspect them to be very dangerous individuals, and that's why they were under surveillance. And you know I will share that with you as soon as I can. Thanks. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. And let me say something to that. Sometimes we say, oh, they're part of gangs. I think Indian individuals that group up to victimize our citizens in this city, we can call them for what they want to, but they are violent. And sometimes people say gangs, sometimes not. But violent individuals grouping up. And those are the individuals I talk about all the time, all my colleagues, that we really need to get tough on and get them locked up.
Can you tell us about the exchange of gunfire? Which suspect was that?
I did not get a chance to make it over to the scene. It was active. I came here, so I still got to get briefed up on that. All I know is one of our officers, a 6-year veteran, exchanged gunfire with the suspect, and one suspect was hit. That's all I know at this time.
So are you also searching for a weapon potentially being in the school?
We just want to make sure everything is safe. Yeah, so that's part of the search, to make sure no weapons are left behind. Who knows if he dropped something or whatnot. We're just trying to be sure. Okay?
The suspect shoot back at the officer.
Yes.
Can you describe what it was like? You said you went into the auditorium. There were other students there.
I don't think that anybody knew at the time. The students, everybody was kind of business as usual, other than the lockdown. And you can tell, and I want to say this as a chief of police, I don't know what kind of training the school does. It's amazing. Everybody was really, really calm, and I just want to commend them.
What
Okay?
charges could the suspect be facing, or these suspects?
Aggravated assault on the police officer. That's one. There's some other charges pertaining to the investigation. I don't have all the details yet, but all felonies. Okay?
We had heard that there were other arrests in this case, maybe an arrest by the museum district. Is this it? Is it just these 3 suspects?
I don't know if that's related or not. I don't think so. I hadn't been informed of that.
But right
Okay?
now you're focused on those.
Yes. Okay? Go ahead. I'll get you next. Go ahead.
Trying to hide, try to avoid seeming suspicious? Is that
I bet he was, but you can't hide. When we got students on the inside and administrators, a good surveillance system with teamwork, you go in the structure, we're going to find you, and that's what happened today. It was a question over here. I think he was 17 or 18. And we'll send it out.
At school, early range, just left, or were they all?
I'm not sure of that. But I tell you what, we do know that the 2, they wasn't at school when they needed to be, and should have been studying and doing what they needed to be as students, not as criminals out here. So, all right. Thank y'all. All right.